I launched into pioneering, or, looking at things through rose-tinted glasses. I thought, right, I'm going to start pioneering. My life is going to be perfect after this. And I'd never been a particularly good personal study or a student when it came to, I did the Watchtower and the basics. But I realised that after a while I just wasn't finding the joy. I was running out of steam. It was my personal study that was missing. There was a big hole where I was giving to people and not taking anything in. I needed to take in some fuel so that I would be able to give.
What helped me know what real service is about was getting better Bible reading routine and a closer relationship with Jehovah.
You're giving out all the time on the ministry. If you're not taking in spiritual food to replenish that supply, then your joy from the ministry just dwindles and you don't have success.
What used to satisfy you before as far as knowledge may not do that for you now because you're growing in the truth. So you need to continually just step up the research and everything when it comes to personal study.
Some people will try to rely on the joy that they'll get from the ministry, from the results that they get. In some territories that simply won't work. And so what a person in that situation has got to do is they've got to get joy that comes from within them. They've got to put it there. And that means that they've got to stoke up their boilers with good quality personal study.
For instance, if you're doing your personal Bible reading and you look up some points, you get really excited about it and you want to share that, so you want to use that on the ministries.
I've come to find out that if I don't sit down and actually meditate and read on what Jehovah says, I can't balance the other things. They all start to fall out my hand. Like Bible reading and personal study is one of the smaller things that I constantly try to work on, and then I could handle the more greater things.
With me, it's the insight books. I've been starting to read them, and I just find it fascinating learning about all the different Bible characters.
Well, I personally like the older volumes of the Watchtower and Wake. I mean, if you look into them, you see how many experiences are in the Watchtowers. It's amazing.
Ich höre auch oft auf dem Weg zur Arbeit.
On my way to work, I often listen to the tapes of the magazines, and then I try to reread them at home. And in the evenings, depending on how tired I am, how exhausted I am, I try to read a portion of the Bible.
Ja, das variiert immer ein bisschen.
I have noticed that when I do personal study, my relationship with Jehovah gets closer. My appreciation grows, and in turn, I have greater joy in bringing His word to the people.